tree-hugging nature freaks. Many parts of the pine tree are edible. Save the flying squirrels.
They might as well just erect a fence. Heaven forbid we take home some game.
Our family money is very, very old. The land we give away is even older.
I have enough to deal with. Preserving nature is noble enough, but it has no impact on my life.
Yo, Ma, for real? Ain't no trees in the jungle. Say peace to the money. We're left here to stumble.
Roadblocks to progress. Development is a four-letter word.
If that's what you think the Berks County Conservancy is all about, think again.
Actually, I haven't hugged a tree in years, but I am here to educate and inform the community about the importance of natural resources and the quality of our lives.
You don't have to be wealthy to help. More importantly, you don't have to be wealthy to benefit.
We're truly about access. Sure, it looks pretty, but the best way to benefit from a natural resource is to experience it firsthand.
Even in the urban jungle, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of green to invigorate a neighborhood.
Sure, we've been known to fight very hard to protect that needs protection. But most of our time is spent working with developers to advance their projects.
The work we do affects everyone in our community, right now and for generations to come.
Land and water expertise, environmental leadership, through partnerships and direct action. The Berks County Conservancy, we're saving a place for you. The Berks County Conservancy was founded in 1974 as a forward-thinking idea of two brothers, Louis and Ferdinand Toone. They believed that the protection of land and natural resources was something that needed to be addressed in Berks County, and that this mission could be carried out by an energetic nonprofit organization. After forming a group of community leaders to explore the possibilities, two complementary organizations were born. The Berks County Conservancy, devoted to land protection issues, became the main interest of Louis, while its waterway-related counterpart, the Schuylkill River Greenway Association, received Ferdinand's attention. Over the past 32 years, the Berks County Conservancy has grown to be one of the most significant conservation-oriented nonprofit entities in Berks County and addresses our land, water, historic properties, education, and urban revitalization. It is through memberships, grants, and contributions from the people who share a vision for a vibrant and unique community that the Berks County Conservancy exists. People just like you.
The mountain is a place that, to me, was a playground for me. I played football there, I rode horses there, I camped there. When I saw that this land was available for sale, I wanted to build a house there. My wife and I, we talked it over, and we're too old to keep a property, and I decided to sell it.
Frank Randazzo grew up in the neighborhood surrounding Neversink. It was a bittersweet moment when he decided to sell his parcel of land to Don Naughton for development. The original plan called for the intense development of 3 large parcels of land at the base of Neversink Mountain on the 13th and 14th Street blocks. 70 townhomes were to be built in the area near the Fairview Street playground. In accordance with the county and city plans, the Berks County Conservancy began acquiring land and conservation easements on and around Neversink Mountain in 1994. The idea was simple: acquire the land, assess its suitability for recreation, construct trails and access points, and turn the property over to the county to become part of a regional park system. While land acquisition moved forward, the Conservancy worked with city officials to rezone a target area for preservation. Anyone familiar with the zoning process understands it's a long process. The land Mr. Randazzo planned to sell to Don Naughton for development was within the Neversink Mountain Preserve boundary, effectively interfering with the preservation plan.
We found out that there was development proposed for part of Neversink Mountain, and we were very concerned about that. It wasn't really part of the preservation or the preserve boundary that we had planned on. For years and years, people have kind of taken for granted that that's been open space and trails, and the way it was currently zoned would permit houses built on about 40 acres. Something had to be done, and when you're dealing with private landowners, you know, you're not in control. It has to be a give and take kind of situation. And so we started by sitting down with the developer and the landowner and the city administration and just saying, you know, how can we make this situation acceptable for everyone?
In the fall of 2004, the Conservancy contacted the landowner, developer, and the city in the hope of proposing an alternate idea that would allow for development and preservation of this valuable natural resource.
The mountain that I used to play on is not the same mountain. I reconsidered if I were a developer, I wouldn't build up there.
The Conservancy really bases a lot of its work on partnerships. We can't do what we do by ourselves, and we often work with developers to try to help encourage them to do a conservation-sensitive development so that they can realize their goals of building more units, and we can realize the goals of protecting more open space for our community.
Through its own independent study, the Berks County Conservancy discovered much of Mr. Randazzo's land and surrounding properties included slopes too steep for development. Yet much of the land the Conservancy owned or identified for purchase was perfectly suited for his vision. The Conservancy's solution was a land swap. A nearby tract of land owned by the city and already targeted for acquisition and rezoning by the Conservancy was available and provided the solution. The Conservancy brought the parties together and presented the plan. In the end, everyone benefited.
When we began this, we were looking at far more high-density housing. When the Conservancy got involved by providing us the ability to acquire flatter lands, it made for a much better development and made for much more to be preserved and a lot less invasive into the community.
Well, I had no problem with the land swap. That was a good idea. That was the best thing for everyone.
For the Berks County Conservancy, development is not a four-letter word. We have the vision and the ability to balance economic growth and development with quality of life concerns. With the help of the Berks County Conservancy, Berks County will not only grow, it will grow in a conservation-sensitive way.
We're really proud of our efforts on behalf of the community. In this situation, a well-suited tract of land is primed for development. The city gets to realize its economic development goals, and we've preserved a part of Neversink Mountain for generations to enjoy. The developer can proceed with his plans, which include a $10,000 gift to the local playground, and it's really a win-win-win situation all the way around.
My personal hopes is that it stays undeveloped, and it's a place where people can go and hike like I did when I was a boy.